Hi guys, my name is Inga and I'm your online tennis coach, and in my videos we're going to be covering everything there is to know about tennis technique and a lot more than that. I also do online tennis coaching or video tennis coaching, so if you think that might be helpful on your tennis journey, then please go to my website and see how it works. Otherwise, I'll see you on court. So today we're here with Suzanne on her first tennis lesson. Suzanne's never played tennis before. She doesn't know anything about how to hold a racket, how to hit a ball. She's never played any social tennis. So today we're gonna teach Suzanne how to do forehand, and we're gonna teach her how to pass level 1 on the forehand. Okay? Once she passes level 1, then next time she can be on level 2. So level 1 is as follows. Suzanne is going to start in a sideways stance, feet pointing to the fence. She's going to go in a wide position like this, just like that. So feet a bit wider. It's going to go nice and low, feet wide, open arms, racket down and back. Yeah, so she's going to go in an open arm. I call this open arm position. It's very important. Now, what happens here? In terms of holding the racket, we want to make sure that she holds the racket at the bottom of the handle, yeah, not in the middle and not at the top, but at the bottom. So go in open arm position, place the racket down, racket face slightly pointing down, open arm position, left hand, non-dominant hand pointing to the net. Okay, that's your starting position. As a beginner, you want to take this stance to start on your forehand journey. Ready? So Suzanne is going to be swinging through the shot like this now. She's going to go through here. She's going to hit the ball in front, carry on over her shoulder, catch the racket by the neck and bring her elbow forward. Now I know it's a lot of things to remember, but as you're doing this over and over again, this is going to get very automatic. You're not going to have to think about these things anymore. They'll just be in you already. So Suzanne's going to do some imitation swings. While she's doing the imitation swings, I'm just going to guide you through the steps again. So remember, point your feet sideways to the fence, open arms, make sure your racket face is pointing to the ground and not to the sky. That's a very common mistake for beginners they make. Yeah, when they point the racket strings to the sky, they hit the ball and the ball just goes right in the sky or over the fence. Yeah, so make sure your racket strings are slightly closed. Yeah, and Suzanne is so what you want to do first, before you do anything with the ball and actually hit the ball like that, what you want to do first, you're going to do probably 20 imitation swings where you're not hitting the ball, but you're just imitating the swing. Just imitation swings. Suzanne, how's it going there? Yeah, so she's getting the hang of it, getting really comfortable. What you want is getting really, really comfortable with this new swing. Yeah, especially if you've never played before, or maybe if you have bad habits, maybe if you never learned it this way, you learned maybe like some people learned like a chop swing and things like that. You want to really get into good habits. The good habits are going to take you a long way in learning how to play tennis correctly. Okay, now we're going to do this with the ball. So what Suzanne's going to do, I'm going to toss the ball for her. She could also do it herself, like this. But because she has a coach with her today, she doesn't have to do it herself. So a coach can be like, you know, your assistant and can actually feed the ball for you in the right place. But if I wasn't here, what she could do, she could just drop the ball herself right in front of her. Ready? Let it bounce and then swing and do that swing. But because I'm here and want to make myself useful here, I'm going to help her do that feeding job here. Yeah? So I'm going to feed the ball in front of her. Very, very important thing about feeding the ball in the correct place. Whether your coach is doing it for you or your friend or yourself. You want to make sure that you feed the ball diagonally in front of you or front of your front foot. Yeah, so you don't want to be You don't want to be feeding the ball here. If you feed the ball here, what can happen? You're going to be hitting it late and start bending your elbow. But you want to keep a straight elbow. Keep a straight elbow. And I would say your toes, if you extend your racket like this, your toes should be like at 2 o'clock. Yeah, so if you imagine if it's 12 o'clock here, 1, 2, 3. So you want to be somewhere between 1:30 and 2. Yeah? Ready? Keep going. Okay. So we're going to just see that Suzanne can actually do this now, and it's getting easier for her. Yeah? So she's doing it really well. Just like that. Beautiful. Very nice. Excellent. Well done, Suzanne. Okay, now that you had your imitation swings and you were learning how to swing, you had a bit of practice by yourself or with your coach actually hitting through the ball. You want to see whether you can actually pass level 1. Now, the key is for you to pass level 1, you have to hit 5 balls in a row in a single scored. 5 in a row in a single scored from each of the spots. So you might want to lay out markers, or maybe you want to place some kind of, or do it by step. Maybe you move back 1 step every time you make 5 balls correctly. And not only in, but you want to make sure that you do those 5 basic steps. Suzanne is going to just guide us through again what are those tips that you should be executing in your level 1. Ready? So what's your first tip? The feet. Feet pointing sideways, sinking in your legs, yeah? Yeah, your non-dominant hand pointing towards the ball or towards the net. Holding the racket at the bottom of the grip. Pointing the racket down, not up like this. Don't go Roger Federer style. Remember, they are on level 100. We are still on level 1, guys. You'll get there if you are patient. Okay. So racket head down. Okay. Okay. Now, what's another pointers? What are other pointers? Racket head down. Racket strings up or facing down. Which one do we want? Down. Suzanne is a very good student. I only had to tell her once or twice. She remembers it already. Yeah, again, if you follow these tips, I guarantee you guys, you're going to get good results in a long run, especially in a long run. Yeah, ready? Next, what's another tip? Okay, so if you don't know, again, not a problem. That's just because you're learning and you don't know everything yet. That's why you're here. That's why Suzanne is training with me, and it's her first session, and she doesn't know further, but that's fine. That's why I'm here, to guide her, right? So what's next? So what's next is the ball is being dropped, or she drops the ball herself. You can do it yourself, or you can have someone do it for you. You hit the ball in front. Remember that diagonally in front of you at 2 o'clock. Remember that? And then you carry on. Bring your elbow up above your, I would say like above your chin, and you catch the racket by the neck. So remember, this is the neck of the racket. You catch and you position yourself just like that. That's the swing you have to do on your first level. Okay, right. Should we get started? So remember, how many times do you need to get?
5.
5 in a row brings her to the next stage. On the next spot. Ready? So she goes in open arm position and she hits, and if that goes in and over and she's done the right technique, that we count that as 1. Was that 1?
Yeah.
That is 1. Yeah? 1. Is that 2? Yes. Yeah, and remember, we're only counting if she does it correctly. If you get the ball in, if you do this on your own, and if you get the ball in, but you did, for example, just this, yeah, like just like that, and you didn't actually do the whole swing, then you can't count yourself towards level 1. So that's how many? 2. Open arms. Swing through. And that's perfectly 3. As you can see, Suzanne is doing really good technique. She's got 4. She gets 1 more. She goes back. Yeah, she goes back to the next stage. Back to the next stage. She goes in open arms. And then she hits. That's 1. It was off the frame a little bit. Remember, guys, you want to be able to hit the ball right in front. Right in middle of the strings, which is called in the sweet spot. If he hits the frame, it still counts. It's still allowed to hit the frame, but it's not. We don't call that a clean shot. A clean shot is the one that hits right in the middle, right in the middle of the strings. Yeah, right in the middle. Okay, so how many?
5.
5, and now we start again. Yeah. So we got no. Do we have nothing here? And now it's 1. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's beautiful. Really, really good. Yeah. Open arms. 1, 2. Ooh, a bit more under. So if the ball is going in the net or close to the net, then make sure you're starting a bit lower and you bring the ball up, or you bring the racket up, and as doing that you bring the ball up. Yeah. How many? 3. 3. Remember, open, big elbow, big elbow. Yes, and catch the racket by the neck. How many? 5. 5. Next level. Suzanne is racing through these levels, as we can see. She's doing really, really well. And as she's doing better and better, as she's getting really, really good, or better, more proficient at this skill, we can speed things up for her. So now I'm going to go a little bit faster, as she doesn't need that much instruction anymore on level 1. Yeah, but we still want to practice. Yeah, because once you got the information in your head, it doesn't mean that you can do it already. You need a lot of practicing, what we call repetition. Yeah, in tennis we call this repetition. When you understand the information, you got it in your head. It's like theory. You got the theory, it's great, but if you can't get it in practice yet, that means you need more repetition. And that's exactly what these levels are doing. They're giving the chance for you to do a lot of reps. A lot of repetition. Yeah. For some students, I'm not joking, I make them do 10 on each spot. Yeah. Some people that I want them to get this really, really well, I make them do 10. But because then I want to scare Suzanne off today. Yeah. I want to make sure that she comes back next week. So today she's doing only 5. And she's doing really well. She actually hasn't made any mistakes in the net, which shows us that she has a good lift on her strokes. Yeah, she has 2 more levels to go. She's almost there. Okay, so last 2 levels. Yeah, there she's going. 2, 3, 4. And that's in the net. Unfortunately, she has to do it again. But remember, she doesn't have to go all the way back or anything. She just has to do this spot again. Yeah. So go in this level, down, and go. Yeah. Remember, if the ball goes in the net, the chances are you need to come underneath the ball a little bit more. And that's the most common mistake when the ball hits the net. You want to come from low to high with your racket. Yeah. Okay, baseline. Well done, Suzanne. This is her last level. Is she going to make it? And is she going to pass level 1 and be able to move to level 2? We'll find out. 1. Okay, try to not flick the wrist too much. Yeah? Okay. Keep a really firm wrist. Remember, it's your body doing the work. It's not your wrist. Elbow nice and high. Elbow nice and high. Yeah, don't cut off the sequence. full sequence, and this is your last one. Full sequence, beautiful. Suzanne, well done. Okay, so how was that?
Good, really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. So what would you say after your first session? How does it feel?
Really good. I'm surprised that I was able to even hit it because I've never hit it before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really pleased.
Yeah. So now that you can do level 1 and you passed all the spots all the way to the baseline, I would say maybe make about from 8 to 10 spots or markers all the way, going from the mid-service box all the way to the baseline. Keep moving back, as that's again progressing to a harder skill. Being closer is easier, and then going further you're going to have to use a little bit more power, but not a lot more. Yeah. Remember, tennis is a very technical skill. You use a lot of body. A lot of people think you use a lot of wrist and your arm, but it's actually not true. You use a lot of your body, and this is what these exercises do. They just make you feel how to use the body. They teach you how to use your body instead of using your arm. Now that Suzanne has passed level 1, next time when she comes back to me next week, or maybe tomorrow even, yeah, it might be tomorrow, or might be today even, I don't know, whenever she gets excited about level 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
So then we don't have to do level 1 again. I might ask her to remind herself and me what the level 1 basics were, all those points, remember? But otherwise we're going to go into slightly more difficult progressions and a bit more advanced stuff. Okay, for now that's it from us for today, and stay tuned and join us next time for level 2.